if you look at the short run analysis of it logically, obviously, if your salary increases from 2,000 to 2,500, it will help you, right? That's the logical explanation to it. It will help you, but how much will it help you? And as Mr. Sane has already said, what are the implications for that increment on the economy, on inflation? Obviously, it's pure economic knowledge that when your purchasing power increases, or they increase the salary of a person, the person is inclined to spend more, right? And as you are inclined to spend more, your demand increases. And if the supply side of that is not meeting your demand, basically your demand will be higher than supply, and that is basically what drives inflation. The demand for something is actually way higher than the supply of it, and this is it. Inflationary pressures are there, but one thing I really want to say is that it was a good gesture for the government to intend to increase the salaries of the civil servants, because what we did at CBMT, what we did was that we tried to check if high-ranking public officials, if their salaries were increased or not, because what we usually complain about is the civil servants, junior staff, especially you could say from grade 1 to grade 9, or sorry, grade 12, all the way there, where you have the junior staff all the way to principal economists, or that is if it is an economist, or principal public officials. So usually, especially the junior ones, the grade 8 and the senior ones, they do not get enough. Like, basically what I'm trying to say is that the junior staff, they are not getting enough. So if they do want to increase their salaries, I am up for that. Under this current salary structure, that is something that I'm not up for. If I were to suggest, I would say they revamp the pay scale. The pay scale needs to be completely revamped. It is not even doing well against the private sector. You wanna hire someone, put them on a grade 8 scale. They have a master's degree or double master's degree, and you're paying them at the end of the month $9,000. Now that same person could go to the private sector and get over $40,000. You've got to do the analysis and understand that it's not in your best interest to leave your staff underpaid. They're gonna be demoralized, demotivated. So revamp the pay scale and make sure that you have a good pay scale for everyone across the board.
The Minister of Civil Service once said they had studied such, a move like to restructure it, but when they realized the cost implications, they had to settle for. You remember that?
Yes.
But he said they will come back to that if the figures improve, and he said the figures were only part of it.
The problem with that, Mr. Cham, is that it's allowances. Allowances. You can see, let's say, for example, the speaker. The speaker is receiving 100,000 per month. We've done a complete analysis of all of them. Ministers, the speaker is receiving $1.2 million annually. When you divide it by 12, you get 100,000. But that is salary. Now, when you look at the allowances of the speaker, the allowances of the ministers, the allowances of the permanent secretaries, the allowances of the directors, now you could look into those and then maybe at least subtract or extract a significant amount that will not compromise, of course, their positions, but also will do justice.
Make some savings
to the people below them. Yes, I mean, is it feasible? It is feasible. Is it possible for them to do a salary scale revamp? It's feasible. It's possible. The only thing you have to do is you have to come to a compromise. You have to look into the allowances, because they are all PE components, personal emolument, salaries and allowances. They are all under the same component. If you look at this 8.9 billion that is proposed for 2025, it includes salaries and allowances. So if you look at it, oh God! So they just need to work on the allowances, and then make sure that they dissect into it, and then take from the allowances, add to the salaries of the civil servants to make sure they are well paid.